Hey guys, and welcome back to the JTO channel. And in today's video, I've got two topics I want to discuss. Obviously, the first one I want to do is Ralf Rangnick. He's set to be appointed as the interim manager of Manchester United up until the end of the season, and then he's going to have a 2-year consultancy at the club where he's going to be behind the scenes. I think he's going to pick the manager, he's going to sort the club out, all of that stuff. And then the second situation is obviously Chilwell is out for the rest of the year, as we already know, with an ACL damage. We'll see after 6 weeks. Tuchel said in his press conference today, we'll see after 6 weeks how he is and whether he'll need surgery or not. And if he does need surgery, he'll miss the rest of the season. And look, we'll see what we do in terms of left wing back situation. I've heard some rumors here and there, what people have said on Twitter, all of this stuff. So yeah, we're gonna delve deep into all of this stuff, people. If you do enjoy this video, please like, comment, subscribe, turn those post notifications, follow my social media down below. And yeah, let's do this. So, Ralf Rangnick. Ralf Rangnick. Good appointment. Good appointment. As an interim manager, he would have been Man United's only and best option. Can't have Valverde as an interim manager. You may as well keep Carrick, bruv. Do you understand? Like, you can't have Poch as an interim manager. That wouldn't make any sense. You couldn't have had. I was hearing Steve Bruce rumors as well. That was funny and embarrassing. Like, but Ralf Rangnick was the right option. You know what it is, yeah? It just shows Man United owners are willing to do anything to get on the fans' side. Do you understand? Like, these owners are not good enough. Like, they're not good owners, the Glazers. But at the end of the day, they make sure they sugarcoat everything that they've done wrong at the club. You know, like take money at the club and not put anything in. They make sure they do it by buying Ronaldo. You know, the fans went from breaking into the stadium in a protest to them queuing up for Ronaldo shirts and breaking records in terms of how many Ronaldo shirts were sold. You know, it's ridiculous. And I think what they've done here, I think they've decided, you know what, Mourinho, it didn't work. You know, Van Gaal, he won a trophy, but wasn't good enough. They sacked him. Ollie, we tried our best to keep him. We tried to sugarcoat everything with him. It didn't work. He was getting battered left, right, and centre. The Watford game killed it all. And with Ollie, I actually think if Watford had lost 2-1, if Watford had won 2-1, I actually think Ollie still would have stayed, weirdly enough. So yeah, that's interesting. But they lost 4-1, you know? And it's like, Man United have lost their identity. And I think the Glazers have realised that. And I think the Man United fans, I think at least a good portion of them have realised they have lost their identity, what they used to be. You know, when they used to dominate English football, win league title after league title, play beautiful, sexy football all the time under Sir Alex Ferguson. Do you understand? Like, that was the Man United way. You know, play good, attacking, entertaining football, get the crowd up, all of that stuff. And it's been a bit toxic since then with Mourinho and Ollie recently as well. So it's like, you know what? They've actually learned from their lesson in getting Ragnick, because Ragnick is somebody who not only he's been desperate for a job for a while. I think everyone knows Ragnick's been desperate for a job. Like Chelsea wanted him last summer as interim manager, but Ragnick wanted to just be more than an interim manager. I think he wanted to be the full-time manager of Chelsea, or he maybe wanted to do something behind the scenes with us afterwards, like he's doing now with Man United. And I didn't see Man United as the type of club to let any man just come in and sort of, I don't know, tell them what to do or be like, yo, let me be the boss. You just give me the peas and you listen to me. Like that type of thing. So it just shows they are willing to actually let Ragnick come in and just expose the club for the structure, the system, how they run everything. And Ragnick's going to come in there. He's going to clean up, bro. First of all, his philosophy is mad. Yeah? We all know why Jurgen Klopp plays the way he plays, because he was inspired by Ralf Ragnick's Genga pressing style, passing the ball forward. You know, he said a couple times that we do not want to pass the ball backwards or sideways. We want to go forward. And that's going to be very interesting to see how many times Man United players really do pass the ball forward and not as much sideways or backwards. I think you're going to about to see some heavy metal, entertaining football, fast, paced football. You know, they're going to press the hell out of so many teams, but they're going to do it structurally. They're going to know when to go. He's going to tell every man which player they should be pressing. Not Bruno Fernandes under Ollie, just pressing a man from the right hand side, then the left hand side, and then like Bruno was just running for the sake of it. You know, one thing these Man United players didn't have was discipline. And Ragnick's going to come in and he's going to give them discipline. And he's going to play a brand new way of football. It's going to be interesting to see how Ronaldo is used. Is he gonna play him? In a way, I kind of don't think he will, but Ragnick is a smart man, so I do expect him to find a way to use Ronaldo. Look, he may have not won many trophies in his career in terms of big trophies, but he hasn't really been at a big club. He's a type of manager that wants to um, go go to a small club and build them up. For example, RB Leipzig. When he went to RB Leipzig, he was there from 2012, if I'm not wrong. At one point, he was even the manager at that club, and I remember he brought the likes in of Timo Werner, and hence why he was ripping up in the Bundesliga. Naby Keita was at that club as well. That was due to him as well. When you look at what he done at RB Leipzig, when he went to that club, they were in the fourth tier of German football, and within 4 seasons, they're already in the Bundesliga, first division. And I think in that first season, I think he finished top four with that team. I think in their first ever season in the Bundesliga, I'm pretty sure they finished second. I'm not quite sure. I'm gonna have to check that later, but yeah, he done really well at Dortmund and he brought them to the rise. And again, he brought in the right type of manager that knew he was going to play the similar style to him, and that was Julian Nagelsmann, who is a top manager, gone to Bayern Munich since, and Bayern Munich are looking good, as they always do. So yeah, like I said, he inspired Klopp, bruv. He even inspired Tuchel because whilst Tuchel was working at a bar, bruv, um, Ragnick said that he used to coach Tuchel. He did coach Tuchel when Tuchel was a player. Tuchel had to retire because of obviously knee injuries and stuff like that, knee problems, and yeah, he had to retire early in his mid-20s. And Ragnick gave him a job. Ragnick actually gave him a job whilst he was working at the bars, spinning cocktails and that. You get me? Tuchel wouldn't be where he is today if it wasn't for Ragnick. Let's just keep things real, people. Do you understand? So this appointment is really scary. Like, he gave him the under-15s job, and then Tuchel moved up the ranks, and then moved to Mainz and Dortmund, and the rest is history with Thomas Tuchel. So Ragnick is a top manager, and this is really the first top club he's been at. And with the top club, look, I think he can achieve good things at that club if he gets it right. And I think with the way he'd want to play football, I think there's so many of those players that may not suit the way he wants to play. Maybe Cristiano Ronaldo, maybe Bruno Fernandes, Luke Shaw, Wan-Bissaka, Harry Maguire possibly, Scott McTominay. I think Fred would ball out under him. I can't lie, because I actually do like Fred. With a bit of coaching, I think Fred can actually, with a bit of composure on the ball and stuff like that, Fred can really be a good player. So, but then he can work with Donny van der Beek. He can work with Matic. He can work with Jadon Sancho. He can work with Lingard. He can work with Martial. So for me, there's so many players I think that will suit the way he wants to play. But I think there's so many players that I don't think would suit the way he wants to play. So it's going to be interesting in his team lineups and the way he's going to tell certain players what to do. And yeah, good luck to him. I hope he fails, to be honest with you, but I don't think he will. The fact that he's going to be there for a further 2 years, sorting out being behind the scenes with picking the new manager, with what else? There's picking obviously the new manager, but in terms of like transfers and bringing in youth players maybe from the academy, or thinking of youth players from other academies to bring in through, like he's gonna do a whole cultural reset at United, and they're gonna have a whole new identity under him, or maybe just bring back the identity they used to have under Sir Alex Ferguson. So yeah, Ragnick is a really good appointment, and people should be scared, in my opinion. But maybe not as much, because I think there's many of those players that suit different systems, if you know what I mean. If you heard that, that was my Xbox. Sorry about that. But yeah, guys, is what it is. Ragnick's been picked, and yeah, interim job for 6 months. Let's see what he can do. So yeah, good luck to him. And then obviously, last but not least, I'm going to talk about Ben Chilwell for a bit. Obviously, in the game against Juventus in Champions League, he went off injured with an ACL damage. I think part of his ACL is torn. Instead of doing surgery straight away, instead they're gonna wait for him to try and recover. Let's see how he does for the rest of the year, and then when January hits, they're gonna see whether he is ready to play, or whether he's gonna be in a position where soon enough during the season he can play. If he can't, then he'll just have a surgery, and he'll just most likely try and get ready for the next season, 2022-23. So in terms of options, look, Marcos Alonso is obviously going to be here to play there, I think, here and there. I think it's a big loss in terms of the way we play, in terms of the way Chilwell's played. I don't think Alonso could perform at the standard that Chilwell has. It's not Alonso's fault. It's just there's certain things that Chilwell has that Alonso doesn't, like pace, fluidity, being able to track back and defend properly. You know, your first touch, sort of like your 1-2s, your quick play, your combinations, all of that. Like Alonso doesn't really, not say have that because he has good feet, but like I don't think he's as quick as Ben Chilwell. I don't think his football brains is like quick to develop as Ben Chilwell's, for example. Do you know what I mean? Like get things done like that, not take too long on the ball and you take 1,000 years to turn. Do you understand? Like, yeah. I've heard also Ian Matson has been considered to go back, to be called back up, and come in the first team. I wouldn't mind that. Ian Matson's a talent. He's been doing really well at commentary from what I heard. So yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I was thinking maybe an Emerson, but to be fair, it doesn't make sense to bring Emerson back. I've heard he's been in good form at Lyon as well, despite them being 10th. They're top of the Europa League group. Aspie there, I mean, why not, to be honest with you? João Cancelo does a really good job at left back for Man City. Azpilicueta, I think, could. I'm not saying he's João Cancelo, but I think Azpilicueta can do some sort of job to an extent at left wing back. Do you understand? So yeah. Look, at the end of the day, Ben Chilwell's a really huge miss. Apparently the club are not planning on buying a new left wing back. I mean, I don't mind that. Maybe they're just looking at the academy. They've got Alonso here at the club as well, who's still under contract. I think his contract expires either this season or next season. I'm actually not quite sure on that. But yeah, it is what it is in terms of Ben Chilwell. Look, hopefully he has a speedy recovery. He had an Instagram post today. And yeah, guys, I want to know, who would you like to see at left wing back in the coming weeks in January if Ben Chilwell does not recover? Would you like it to be Marcos Alonso from now on? Would you like it Ian Matson to be called back? Would you like Emerson to be called back? Would you like to see Azpilicueta there? Saul Niguez is a shout there. He played there a couple times. I think he played there 8 times last season for Atletico Madrid. Before he came to us this season, he played there twice for Atletico Madrid this season, the left wing back. So who knows? Me personally, my option would probably be, I think, keep it safe, make it Marcos Alonso for now, in my opinion. And then I think as time goes on, maybe Ian Matson can come back and he gets his chance. And maybe Azpilicueta can get a game there. Or even Saul can. Who knows what's going to happen. But yeah, just wanted to quickly talk about Ben Chilwell and all of that stuff. And yeah, the main topic of today was Ralf Rangnick. I can't lie. And that's a really good appointment for Man United. So tell me your thoughts down below on that appointment as an interim manager. And then he's going to be a consultancy at the club for 2 years. For me, that's a really good deal. It's the best deal Man United could have done at least. Poch was never going to leave PSG unless Zidane was willing to come to PSG. And Zidane was not willing to come to PSG. I think if Zidane had agreed to go PSG, I think Poch would have actually been the new manager of Manchester United. I think that was destined to be. I still think he could be the manager of Man United come the summer. Who knows? Because like I said, Rangnick is going to be pretty much controlling that club. Yeah? Rangnick don't go... When Rangnick goes to a club, you know it's his club now. Because that's Rangnick's club. Okay? The Glazers will listen to him, blood, because he's the intelligent man. But yeah, it is what it is. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me your thoughts down below on everything I've said. Put on those post notifications. Whatever, fam. Anyway, I'll see you lot tomorrow for my preview for Chelsea versus Manchester United. Come on, Chelsea. Let's get that win against Michael Carrick's United. And yeah, I'll see you lot then. Peace.